What's going on, chat? It's your boy Cheese Bootios. We are back in the building, doing all that we do in Warzone 2. I am your host, Cheese Bootios. This is the show you decided to watch, and I'm so grateful for it. Oh man, did we have a weekend? We had a weekend, man. It was a very the the weekend was indicative of how life is for me at this very moment. Just life in general. This weekend showed me exactly what I needed it to show me. It humbled me. It put me in perspective. But at the same time, then it showed me that my humbleness and my hard work are all paying off. And this was a very interesting weekend. I needed it in more ways than one, but it's crazy that it happened just so quickly, man. I was coming off of a great week of streaming. Just numbers were doing well. Reels were doing well. The games themselves were doing well. I was getting around with my guys, and it was a good week. It was a good week of streaming. Nothing. Not too much more to talk about on that front. But then, Friday came around, and that was the day that kind of put everything in perspective for me, man. I woke up in a shitty mood. I haven't woke up in a mood like that in a long time. Just in my own way, uh, in my own, my own head, thinking about a bunch of things that I normally can just shrug off and move on from, uh, and just I couldn't do it on Friday. I couldn't shake it. It was a bad feeling from the jump. We had Lola's field day though, so I thought that would be my pick me up. And for that moment and for those couple of hours at Lola's field day, I didn't feel that feeling anymore. It was amazing. My daughter was laughing and joking and smiling and being happy, and I've seen her in her element. She was happy to have us there, but she was also so innocent in the fact that we were there. Meaning, like, she knew that we were there, but she was able to still hang out with her friends and be herself with her friends, and just to see her interact with other little kids in her classroom and see her compete during field day, and just to see her having so much fun was absolutely everything that I needed. That I thought was gonna get me over the hump. I thought I was gonna take her home after field day, but they actually had another couple hours of school, so I went home. Me and my wife went home, and the mood kind of just came back where I just was not in a good headspace. I just didn't want to do anything. And I normally I'm big on whenever you face adversity or whatever you're in a or whatever you're down to push through it. And but I tell you, I tried to push through it, man. I just didn't have it. I couldn't do it. All the things that normally get me through just really wasn't working. It wasn't like I was depressed. I don't want to put that out there. I wasn't like that. It was just in a bad mood. I just woke up in a mood where I didn't feel like doing anything. I didn't want to be around people. I kind of wanted to just be. I wanted to be a nobody. For I guess is probably the best way to put it. I wanted to be a nobody. I didn't want to have any responsibility for the day. I didn't want to handle business the way I normally do. I'm always busy, man, and I'm always doing something with whether it's me, my family, my friends, my kids, uh, shit, my dog. Whenever every day I wake up, like I work for myself. Monday through Thursday is my stream, and Friday through Saturday is grilled cheeses. Sometimes those things intertwine. Sometimes I get some free time to stream on the weekends. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I have to do events during the week. Sometimes I don't. But there's never a day where I'm just absolutely doing nothing because life requires responsibility. And it was just a rough Friday was rough. So then after being home, I prepped for the weekend events, and it was probably a bad idea, man. I didn't follow the normal recipes that I normally do. I over seasoned some things, where I had to get rid of product because it was too over seasoned. It just I wasn't myself, so I threw the product away, and I told my wife, man, I'm like, she's like, you just got to get through today, and then tomorrow you're gonna be a brand new person. She's like, whatever you need me to do to help, I will. Um, Me and my wife butted heads, and more so my part. She always tries to do her best to help me. And just that day, I just didn't have it to hear anything, to feel anything. I just wasn't feeling it. And then so somehow we got into the car and we're heading to our event on Friday. And it just as I'm heading to the event, I was thinking of ways of not going. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to sell sandwiches. I didn't want to be behind the. I didn't want to be the grilled cheese guy. I just wanted to be a regular individual. I didn't want to go. I was coming up with ways to try to get around it. We were late to the event, man, and just everything that could go wrong went wrong. And then we get to like normally where it's like a 15 minute. We're about 25 minutes from the event normally. So right around the 15-minute marker, uh, there was a car accident that had happened maybe like a half hour before. A car flipped over, got crushed. I don't know if anybody was injured in that, but the car flipped over, got crushed, and we were in traffic, standstill traffic for an hour and 30 minutes, hour and 15 minutes. Uh, and we couldn't move, we couldn't go nowhere. So I called the venue that I was doing the event at. It wasn't, the event wasn't specific to us. It was just we were going to a place to sell sandwiches, and that they allowed us to be there. We've done, it was at the winery. We've done events there previously. So they know us well. They know that we're very. There's plenty of times where they'll call us like a day before, like, hey, listen, we don't have anybody showing up. We need food there. Would you like to do it, or can you help us out? And we look out for them. So this time they looked out for us. I just let them know that we weren't going to be there because of the traffic. And it was a little bit, if I'm being completely honest, a little bit of part of me was like, I just didn't want to do it anyway. So we had a basketball game in the men's league that we play in. Me live and Justin and so on and so forth, Slim and us. And we just kind of, I was like, babe, you want to go to the games? Like, you think it'd be cool if I just go hoop for a little while? She's like, you sound like you need it, so let's go. So we went, and me and her, I apologized to her in the car. Just, I apologized for my mood. And my wife being my wife, I just shrugged off, like, you're fine. Like, she's like, I know something was wrong. She's like, I didn't take anything too serious. She's like, I just know, we got to get you back in the right mindset. So went to the basketball games, and I played. We lost by